What up? CJC here. I previously brought to you my upper body mobility routine. Now today, I'll be demonstrating my lower body mobility routine. It's important to dedicate 5 to 10 minutes of doing some sort of mobility training before your actual workout to make sure that you get the blood flow going through your body, get a nice range of motion so you don't injure yourself during your workout. With that being said, let's get right into my lower body mobility routine.
So we're starting off with wall slides. You do want to incorporate some sort of upper body mobility in lower body mobility training, just due to the fact that you will be utilizing the muscles in your upper back to support you through your barbell back squat and your deadlifts. So as opposed to doing 2 sets when we did upper body mobility, we're just doing 1 here. So next you want to get into a really wide stance, and you're going to have your toes facing forward and not slightly outward. Just make sure they are facing forward as I demonstrate here. Again, so we're going to be doing lateral squats. So you're going to bend on the side at your knee, making sure your legs stable at that at the bottom position, and you're going to be going from side to side. Really works on the mobility of the hips as well as the ankles. So make sure that your feet stay forward the whole entire time and they don't move slightly outward, because we're going to be working on the mobility of our hips and ankles. So as I stated earlier, you do want to incorporate some upper body mobility in lower body mobility. So here I'm just doing pass-throughs. Same thing, just doing 1 set as opposed to the 2 sets we did previously. Make sure you're pulling apart at the top, letting it hit your glutes, and slowly bringing it back to the starting position. Next, you're going to want to find a wall. Hold on to the wall because we're going to do pendulum swings. So you're going to move your leg from side to side, really working on the hips. You're going to want to envision yourself like you're pendulum summoning, like Yuya. Alright, next we're doing front leg swings. You would definitely want to hold on to something. You can't really see it, but I'm holding on to a pull bar. You're just raising your legs frontward like you're kicking up. It will really work the mobility of your hip flexors as well as warm up your hamstrings as well. Alright, so next up we have our last upper body mobility exercise for today's routine, which is Bandbolo Parts. You're just using the muscles in your back to essentially pull apart the band, just like the name, and you're going to bring the band to your clavicle, the upper portion of your chest, then slowly bring it to the starting position. We're just doing 1 set. I think we did 1 set as well last time, so nothing changes here. Alright, so now with that band, you're going to want to put your feet on it and then slightly pull it apart, about shoulder width, a little outside shoulder width. You're going to cross it to make sure you really engage those hips, because we're going to be doing band walks, which you're essentially moving laterally 10 times each. So 10 times to your left, then 10 times to your right. And you want to be sort of in a squat position, a semi-squat position. Make sure your legs are engaged. Now you're going to have your legs about shoulder width apart, slightly outside. You're going to have your toes slightly pointed outward as I'm pointing with my hands here. And your knees are going to follow in line with your toes as you squat down. And you want to keep a vertical torso, or keep as vertical as possible while you're trying to move around with your hips. Pause on that. I'm just taking a quick break here. You're going to want to do this for 3 sets. And when you're down in that squat position, you want to hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. And you're going to want to move around while you're down there as well. So move your back around, perhaps look up to the sky. Just make sure you're mobile down in that squat position. So as I stated in the last video, I do work out really early in the morning, so crunches really helps me wake up my core and my lower back. So I'm just doing 1 set of 20, keeping it real simple. Now finally, you're going to want to do 1 to 2 sets of a light weight with whatever workout you're first starting out with. So if you're doing barbell squats, you want to do 1 to 2 sets as I'm demonstrating here. If you're going to start your leg workout with deadlifts, you're going to want to do 1 to 2 sets of a light weight of deadlifting.
So that brings us to the end of my lower body mobility routine. Hopefully you found some of the exercises I demonstrated today useful and utilize some of them in your lower body mobility routine, or perhaps use the whole entire routine I demonstrated today before your leg workout. With that being said, I'll see you all in the comment section below and in the next video. Peace.